Hello! Today we are going to learn how to make a drawstring bag. So take your yarn, make your slip knot, put your hook in, whoops, there we go, right? And then you are going to chain 4. So 1, 2, whoops, 3, and 4. I'm going to slip stitch into the 4th chain from hook. So if you look, you have your 4. Here's my 4th one from my hook, so the first one I did. So insert your hook into the stitch, put your yarn over, pull it through the stitch, and pull it through your loop. Okay? And then you are going to do 6 single crochet inside your loop. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you should have 6 stitches inside a circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then you're going to do 2 single crochet in every stitch around. So insert your hook into your first one, yarn over, pull through your stitch, yarn over, pull through both. So there's 1 and 2. Put your yarn in, 1 and 2. It's getting stuck. There we go. So you're going to do that all the way around. You should have 12 stitches when you are done with this row. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So you still have a circle. Okay, your next row, you're going to do 1 single crochet in one stitch, and then 2 in the next one. So put your stitch in the first one, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through both. So there's 1. I'm going to do 2 in my next one. 1, 2. Sometimes it's nice to use another piece of string or stitch marker to keep track. So insert it here so I know where I started. You can use a bobby pin, a safety pin, anything you want if you need to keep track. Okay, so I did 1 in the first one, 2 in the second one. I'm going to do 1 in the third one, and then 2 in the next. I'm going to repeat this all the way around. 2, 1, and then you should have 18 stitches. Oops, 1 and 2. So if you count your stitches, you should have 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Alright, then in your next row, you are going to single crochet in the next 2 stitches and then 2 in the third one. that's a single crochet in the first one. I'm going to put my stitch marker in. I'm going to single crochet in the second one. And then I'm going to do 2 in the next, so in that third stitch. 1, start hooking the same one, and 2. Do 1 in the next one. You're going to do 1 in the next one. So you did 2 single crochet. And then you're going to do 2 in that next stitch. So 1, start hook, and 2. Okay. Then you're going to repeat the pattern. So you're going to do 1, 1, and then 2. So 1 single crochet, do 1 in the next one, then do 2 in the third one. Okay, then you're going to do 1 in the next one, do 1, then 2 in the next stitch. So 1, 2, and you're going to do 1 again, 1, then 2. 1, 1, and 2. 1, 2. Okay, for your next row, you're going to do 3 and then 2. If you did the coaster, you're doing kind of something similar. Soon it will turn into a back. So you're going to do 3. There's 1, 2, 3, then 2 in your next one. 1, 2, 3 in your, or 1 in each of the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, do 2 in the next, 1, 2, and 3 in each of them, or 1 in the next 3, 1, 2, and 3, do 2 in the next one, 1, 2, and 1 in the next 3, so 1, oops, 2, 3, do 2 in the next one, 1, 2, and 1 in the next 3, 1, 2, 3, 2 in the next one, 1, 2, and 1 in the next 3, 1, 2, 3, and 2 in the next one, 1, 2. Right, for your next row, you're going to do 1 in the next 4 stitches, and then 2 in the 5th one. 1, 2, 3, 4, insert hook, do 2 in the next one. 1, 2, and 4. So 1 single crochet in the next one. That's 2, 3, 4, and then 2 single crochet. 2, then 4. So 1 in each of the next. 1, 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. 2 in the next. 1, 2, and then 4. So 1 in the next, each of the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 in the next one. 1, 2, then 1 in the next 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2. 1, 2, then 1 in each of the next 4. 1, 2, 3, oops, 4, and 2. 1, and 2. So far, you have a circle. The next row, you're going to do 1 in the next 5 stitches, and then 2 in the next. Get my yarn out. There we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, do 2 in your next one. 1, 2, then 1 of the next 5 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 in the next. 1, put your hook in the same one and do 1 more. 2, then 1 each of the next 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 in the next one. 1, 2, 1 in the next 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do 2 in your next one. 1, 2, and 1 in the next 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 in the next. 1, 2, and then 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 in your next one. 1, oops, and 2. And count your stitches and see how, make sure you have the same amount. Should have 42, if I counted correctly. Okay. This next row, instead of doing 2 in each one, you're just going to do 1 in every single stitch around. That's going to start forming your bag. So you're going to do 1 in every stitch. So put your hook in your stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both. Make sure when you're doing this, you're keeping your stitches nice and even. And I'm going to do a few rows, and then we'll learn a new stitch to make your bag a little bit different so it's not so thick. But we wanted it thick at the bottom, so if you put something in it, it wouldn't fall through. Oh, just keep your stitches even. It will start curling. That is okay. That's what it's supposed to do. The more rows you do, the more it will curl upwards. Remember, you're just doing 1 in every single stitch around right now until you get to the end. So if you need to count 42 as you do it, so you know where you're at, go for it. Alright. Okay. I did 1 row around so far. I want you to do 7 more rows. So you'll have 8 rows of just 1 stitch in every single one. So go ahead and do those 8 rows. Okay. So I did 7 more rows. So you should have done 7 more rows, which would have been 8 rows single crochet. So as you can see, it's already starting to form. Kind of looks like a bucket. Alright. For our next row, we're going to do something a little bit different than what we have been doing. We are going to do a double crochet stitch. So I had already ended this first row, or this last row. I'm going to do a slip stitch, so it starts in that first stitch. I'm going to put my yarn under. I'm going to put, or my hook under, sorry, yarn over, pull it through the stitch, and pull it through the loop. Okay. Then I'm going to chain 3 stitches, like what you would do to start. 1, yarn over, pull it through, 2, yarn over, and pull it through. This will count as your first stitch. So if you have a safety pin or something and want to mark that last single crochet, just like that, you can. That way you know. Alright, then for my next stitch, I'm going to put my yarn over my hook. I'm going to insert it into the stitch. So this is the first one that I did. I'm going to insert it into this very next one. I'm going to put my yarn over, and I'm going to pull up a loop. So I'll have 3 on there. I'm going to put the yarn over. I'm going to pull it through 2, yarn over, maybe, there we go, and pull through 2. That is a double crochet stitch. So it should look like this. I can get a better picture. There we go. Then I'm going to do the same thing. So yarn over, insert hook into that first, or the next stitch. So this is the first one I did. Here's my next one. yarn over, pull it through one, pull it through a stitch. I'm going to do yarn over, I'm going to pull it through 2 hoops, I'm going to put the yarn over, and I'm going to pull it through the last 2. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull it through the stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So if you're looking at it, you can see the differences between your single crochet and your double crochet. There's going to be slight gaps in it. That's what it's supposed to look like. So I'm going to do this all the way around. So far, if you count your first one, I have 1, 2, 3, and 4. When you get to the end, double check and make sure you have 42 because we want to keep our number the same all the way around. So yarn over, insert, pull it up, pull through it, pull through 2. Yarn over, insert your hook into your stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2. I will have another video made to where you can see all these stitches nice and clearly. And so you have time to practice. So I'm just going to continue to do the double crochet all the way around. So yarn over, insert your hook into your stitch, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And I have a nice big drawstring bag when we are done. And you can make your bag as tall or as short as you like, depending on how many rows you would like to add. Okay, now that I got to my end, I'm going to go ahead and double check, make sure I have the 42 stitches. So 1, make sure you count that first chain, or your chain 3, that top chain is a stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, and 42. So if you look right here, let me turn around, it kind of looks like I'm leaving out a stitch. I am not, because remember this chain 3 counts as one, so it's going to be over it. Alright, and to connect them, and remove that, I'm going to take my hook and I'm going to do a slip stitch. So I'm going to insert it into the stitch, that chain 3. I'm going to grab my yarn, and I'm going to pull it through, and I'm going to pull it through. And just like how I started this row, I'm going to do the chain 3. So 1, 2, and 3. Remember that top stitch, or that top chain, sorry, is going to be my first stitch. Then I'm going to do, so there's 1, and I'm going to do 41 more, so I have 42 total all the way around. And you are going to do this until your bag is as tall as you want it to be, or as short. And then I will tell you what to do next. So I'm going to pause it. You can pause yours. Keep your bag growing. Alright. So I went ahead and I did 6 rows of the double crochet. So far, it's pretty good size. I could put my whole hand in it. Alright. So you've just finished that row. You're going to slip stitch onto that 3rd chain from hook, or the 3rd starting chain on this row. So it connects it and joins it together if you haven't done so already. Just like that. Alright, in this next row we are going to make gaps so we can thread your drawstring through it. So I'm going to do chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. The 3rd one will still be your first stitch, and then you have a chain 1. It's going to be a little bit different. Alright, so then I'm going to skip this next one, and I'm going to do a double crochet in that 2nd one. So I'm going to put my yarn over, insert my hook, yarn over, draw up a loop, yarn over, pull it through 2 loops, yarn over, and pull through 2. So I have a double crochet, a chain 1, and a double crochet. Then I'm going to chain 1 again. I'm going to skip the next stitch, and I'm going to double crochet in the next one. So skip 1, insert hook into that next one, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. This should look something like that. You'll have wider gaps in it. Okay. And then I'm going to repeat it around. So I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to go ahead and put my yarn over. I'm going to skip 1, put my yarn in that next one. So I'm going to insert my hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Chain 1, yarn over, skip a stitch. I'm going to double crochet in the next one. So I'm going to insert my hook, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. And if you're looking at it, yours should look similar to mine. So it should have the bigger gaps in it because you're going to be threading your string through it. Okay. So then I'm going to continue. Oops. Don't get my yarn tangled. There we go. So I'm going to chain 1. Put your yarn over. I'm going to skip the stitch. I'm going to insert the hook into the next one. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, chain 1, so yarn over and pull through 1, then yarn over, skip 1, insert your hook in the next one, yarn over, pull through up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and chain 1, so yarn over and pull it through, then yarn over, skip 1, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, then chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, okay, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in the next one, chain 1, skip your next stitch, double crochet in the next, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in your next one, chain 1, oops, yarn got loose, skip 1, double crochet in the next one, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in the next one, chain 1, yarn over, skip 1, double crochet in your next one, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in your next, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, yarn over, pull through for my chain, yarn over, skip 1, insert hook into the next, yarn over, pull through the stitch, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, and then I'm going to chain 1, and I'm not going to go ahead and make another double crochet. I'm going to slip stitch it to that third chain from the start. And remove my marker. There we go. I'm going to insert my hook. I'm going to put my yarn over. I'm going to pull it through 1, yarn over, and then pull it through 2. So far we have our single crochet, our double crochet, and then we have the double crochet and skip 1 on the top. I'm going to do 2 rows of single crochet all the way around. So I'm going to insert, and since we have a chain 1 space and double crochet, I'm going to insert my hook into the chain 1 space. I'm going to do the single crochet in it. And then I'm going to go ahead and mark it so I remember that's where I started. You can use a scrap piece of yarn, bobby pin, safety pin, something you can use. Okay, so I single crocheted in the chain 1 space. I'm going to single crochet in the double crochet chain, so right on top of this one, where I can insert my hook if you look closely. Then yarn over, pull it through. Then I'm going to do it in that chain 1 space again. And then in the double crochet. And then chain 1. So you're just single crocheting it all the way around. Remember, you should still have 42 stitches when you are done with this row. I'm just doing one single crochet in the space and then one on top of that double crochet. Just make sure you are keeping your stitches even all throughout it. Something poked me. Oh well, that's okay. Alright, then I'm going to go ahead and do one more row of single crochet all the way around, just to keep a nice even top. So you're just going to do one single crochet stitch in every single one on that top. So as you do that, I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to do it as well. Okay, so I did the last row of single crochet all the way around. So far, you have your single crochet, double crochet, your double crochet and chain one spaces, and then you have 2 rows of single crochet. And now it's time to end this back part, weave on our ends, and start our next one, or our drawstring. So I'm going to cut about so much. If you have your stitch marker or string, go ahead and take it out. And then I'm going to go ahead and do a slip stitch end. I'm going to insert my hook into the next stitch. I'm going to put my yarn over. I'm going to pull it through the stitch and through that loop. And so stopping right here, I'm going to go ahead and take it and pull it all the way out. And then pull it to tighten it so it won't come undone. Then take your yarn needle. Go ahead and thread it. And on the inside of the bag, I'm going to go ahead and turn it inside out so it's easier for you to see. If you need to do so, because we will have to do it anyways because you have an end on the inside. Oh, okay. So to do it, I'm going to take my yarn needle. I'm just kind of weaving the end through some of the stitches. This way it keeps it from coming undone. I'm going to do a few stitches one way, pull my yarn through, and then I'm going to do it a few stitches the other way on this next row, or the row right below it. I'm just kind of going under the stitches, just like that. And take it, pull it through, and then you can go ahead and cut this one. Throw your ends in the trash can, and then do the same thing with this bottom part. So thread it, and then weave in the ends one way and then the other way. That way it stays in place and it will not come undone. So we don't want you to have a bag that comes undone when you're trying to use it. That would not be fun. Okay, there we go. So a few stitches one way and a few stitches the other way. Cut your end like so. And then I'm going to turn it back right side out. So it should look like that so far. If you're looking closely, you might find a funky looking side. if you're looking. Right around here. That's just where the row started and stopped. It is okay. It's supposed to look like that. Alright, then I'm going to set this to the side for right now. And I'm going to take my yarn and I'm going to start the drawstring. So I'm going to start with my slip knot, insert my hook, and I'm going to chain 61 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Oops. I'm not on my yarn. It happens. Oops. There we go. Maybe. Hold on. Okay. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So there's 30. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 42, 43, oops, 44, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 9, 60, and 61. That should be about the E-big. Pretty good sized. Okay. Then I'm going to single crochet all the way across it to make it a little bit thicker. So if you remember our rows, we skip the first stitch and we single crochet in the second one. So I'm going to insert my hook, the second stitch from the chain, second chain from my hook. There we go. I'm going to put the yarn over. I'm going to pull it through my chain, yarn over, pull through 2. So there's 1. I'm going to do this all the way across. Insert, chain, or yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull through, 2, 3, 4, insert hook, 5, 6, 7, and it's okay if it curls a little bit. It will uncurl later. I'm not worried about it. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and pause my video and do this while you do yours. Okay, so I went ahead and single crocheted all the way across. It curls. It will straighten out. It's okay. So it should, well, if I can get it, look something like that. Alright, and then I'm going to cut my end. I'm going to cut kind of a long piece off because I'm going to end up sewing these two ends together in a little bit. So cut a piece off. You're going to put your yarn over. You're going to pull it through and pull it all the way out. So when you pull the end, it doesn't come undone. If it comes undone, then you didn't do it right. Alright, now I'm going to take my string and I'm going to weave it in and out of these loops. I'm going to stick it in one. I'm going to pull it, whoops, not that far, till about there's so much left on the outside. And I'm just going to weave it in all the way through. So through the stitch, I'm going to put it inside the next hole, pull it, and kind of make sure your chain stays straight. Okay, since it's on the inside, I'm going to stick it back through this hole, the next one. Make sure it's laying flat, there we go. Just continue to do it all the way around. So through one, and then on the other side. If it comes twisted, just untwist it a little bit. And keeps getting twisted, so there we go. Come on. There we go. And if you wanted to make your chain longer than 60 stitches and have a really long band, you could. I just don't want it too long of a one. So it might get kind of crazy. Alright, and I'm going to leave the last two like this, if you can see it, with one in between without, or two in between. So here's my bands. Then I'm going to double check, make sure it's straight all the way around and it's not twisted, because I don't want to sew it together twisted. Oops, my needle disappeared. There it is. Okay. Then I'm going to take this long one that I had cut off. I'm going to thread my needle, and I'm going to sew the two ends together. Kind of make sure they're still straight. Straight that way and straight that way. Just kind of go over it a few times. That way it stays in place, because you don't want it to come undone on you. Okay. And since this is my front, I'm going to poke it through to the back side. And I'm going to weave in the ends. So I'm going to go ahead and weave in the one I already have on. Just kind of go through your stitches like we were taught, like I taught you. And do about 4 or 5. If you want to do more, go ahead for it. The more you do, the more likely it is to stay in place. Pull your needle through it. Catch your end. Throw it in the trash can. And do the same thing with the other one. Thread your needle and weave in the ends. Or the end, I guess there's only one left. Take your scissors, cut it, throw it away, and voila, you have your drawstring bag. If you pull this, it will tighten up, and then you can just pull the top to open it back up. Make as many as you like and enjoy.